Borderlands style. But yeah, how much room do we have in our inventory? Ooh, I've got 9 spots. Oh wait, we leveled up. Let's do this first.
So, what do I want to kick ass at next?
That's right, we did move down to here now, so... Killing an enemy immediately restores a portion of your shields, but you lose a portion of your health. Ooh. Death Trap ability lashes out flurry attacks. Oh, well, yeah, jeez. Increases the amount of anarchy stacks you can have. Ooh, that's kind of good, too. I kind of like that Death Trap ability. It's only 1, so we'll do that. Sweet. All right, let's go pick up some stuff. There's not too much loot. It's not like the pirate one where there's like 10. What's tomorrow? Spyro. Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow is Spyro. So yeah, there's not like 10 million chests like there is in the pirate one. There's only 3 big ones here, so see what we can pick up. We should be able to pick up everything because our inventory's not that full. Ooh. I like that. That chest was nice. Alright, so before I drop down... Where is it? Okay, before I drop down there, I just want to get my inventory straight here. Take the plunge, but let me just do this real quick. We've got... Overall, that's actually a lot better. Accuracy's way down, though. Magazine size way down. Fire rate's higher, though, so... predictable. Crowdsourcing. I think maybe I'll go with that one and get rid of the pirate one. Oh, wait, no, this one. What is this one we just picked up? Oh, wait, that's all better. Oh, but it's only got... You know what? I'm going to have to try them out to figure out which one I like. So let's try it. So this is the... reload. Okay. And then, so that shoots a bunch, but this one... No, this one lets you shoot twice. Oh, shoot. I don't like that. We're getting rid of that one. We're going to keep this one, then. There we go. Oh, wait, assault rifle. We got a new assault rifle, too. But it's... explosion damage. Nah. Six. It's always so... Oh, wow, we got a lot of SMGs here. 511 compared to... Oh, wow, so that's actually a lot better. How many SMGs do I have? Holy crap. Well, let me clear out all this stuff first, though. And then... Okay, so let's check these SMGs real quick, and then we'll finish up and wrap up. And we're pretty much... I think we're pretty much done. I think there's one other side mission we get to do before we actually finish the whole thing here, so... I like this skirmish SMG, so let's see how that compares. This is our current one. This is the new one. But there also is this one. Try this one out. Kind of like that one. It feels better. Better accurate, better fire rate, more damage. Magazine size is a little less, but that's okay. So yeah, I like that one better than our even our current fire one. So we can get rid of that, switch that around. Sorry, this is just the way I do things here. And then as far as our normal SMG, I really want to get rid of that, but we don't have another 680, 684. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. So once I get another corrosive SMG, then I will. Okay, so we are going to drop down and see what they have for us. I win. Defeat. Unlock the head, and then we get a side mission. Who wants to hear a story?
My grandma's a pretty big fan of yours. Could you go say hi to her?
Yeah, that's right. I remember this this quest. We have to sit here and listen to a story, so, and we're doing all the quests here through this playthrough, so we are going to sit and listen for a little bit. So sorry, this is a good little bit here. So
I fought a big creature like that once. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time at a scat meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything with one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the iridium mine, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my little Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents, and... oh man, I forgot what I was talking about. Where was... all right, the Blowhole!
Apocalypse, yep.
So anyway, I was wrestling Blowhole to the ground, and I had my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma.
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean.
So I let
there is a reason why this is doing this. So falls asleep during the story. Yeah, I mean you have to. She's gonna ask us questions about her story here. So in order to get through this, we've got to sit and listen to it all. And if you walk away at all, then it starts all over again.
The marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me. You'll never guess who I saw today. Pistachio the Amazing. He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma.
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Oh, so you are listening. How wonderful. You're an even better listener than my old pet rack, Beasto. Beasto was such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you could
Nope, I don't like him.
The sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute. I had a conversation with him once. I said, Mr. Beasto. He liked being called Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thank you. That's so nice. Or he tweeted in a way that made me know that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Woody. He got hit by a train. Then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the windmill outside our house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a flying pile driver off a nearby tower tree. Got him straight in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Rack don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together.
Guy still awake?
Poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried.
I guess Steel left.
The kids made fun of him.
Guess he doesn't really like Borderlands.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw.
That's right, High Five. Is something wrong? You look confused, Volta.
Nope.
Oh, you probably haven't heard anyone call Mr. Torg High Five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg.
Then fall asleep. Alright, good. You taking all this in? Taking the story in? Remembering all of it?
It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, High Five Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could have asked for before.
I know he has it, but he doesn't want to stick around and watch. Doesn't even say bye. Whatever,
Without
Steel.
High Five's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up, dusted his mustache off, and swore that by the time he reached the age of 11, he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did.
Yes, he did. It's pretty much all they do.
Prototypes before he got the right combination of gun parts and explosions right. But once he did, woo-wee! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that.
When he was 11, he was making those?
They were jerks, though, so it's okay. Gosh, I've been talking your ear off for some time, haven't I?
Nope.
So kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please don't feel like you have to stick around any longer. As a matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company.
Yay, we get to pick up $1.
Woo!
A whole $1. But we get a ton of XP.
You're even more attractive than
And
me. You were. I've got another story.
second story, guys. Here we go.
All your friends at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know. Oh, you still want to talk with me? How incredibly sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all elegantly and said,
We killed her, though, right?
Madam, and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor.
Funny if we'd done this before we did that, then it would have given away Captain Scarlet, but
About meeting up with her again.
trying to do them in order.
You know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a Vault Hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up. Mr. Torg was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert.
I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have, and they'll be attracted to it.
Come on, Grandma.
Fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more obsessed with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
I know, but we've got to do it. I'm doing all the missions, side missions, and everything for all this, so I'm covering 100% of it.
That was
It's the only one that's like this in any of the DLCs. So we just have to sit through this last little part, and then we've got, I think, one more mission to do for Torque, and then that'll be it.
Like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback could really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1.
Oh, God.
Fade in on an arena.
I forgot about that.
After a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior
Can't hear her.
in the middle of the stage. A spotlight illuminating her blood-stained armor. She stands, holding her sword triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Valkyrie, scourge of the gladiatorial games! Excellent Valkyrie, as she shakes her head in despair. From stage
Yeah, you can't hear her sometimes.
a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a bin, which is colored green, and remember that because that's a symbolic color that will come back, until melancholy overtakes him. He drops his push broom to the floor and
Falls to his knees before delivering a heart-wrenching soliloquy. The blood cannot be washed away, not before and not now. I should have probably been reading this because I can't even hear her.
Or and not now.
Even as I attempt to escape the past which haunts me still, must I live forever as a fraud sweeping up the trash.
Trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? Then, with the clatter of armor, Valkyrie re-enters the stage right.
Good morrow, lowly janitor. Heard a
I
noise.
heard a noise and thought it worth
But
investigating.
worth investigating.
Oh, great Valkyrie, 'twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla. Fools, what have
What?
they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the
Is she
point
done
of my
yet?
sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No doubt, aside.
Wow, I forgot how freaking long her second story is.
I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to Valkyrie. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy.
Watch, I should walk away right now.
Challenge
I have to come back and sit through it again.
picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no weapon. Valkyrie. What is this? Excellent. Stage left. Valkyrie.
What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with two fingers?
What hidden
And power does he hold?
What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover this.
If I didn't have the subtitles on, I would have no clue what she's saying.
Battle!
End of scene 1. Scene 2. Holy crap.
The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like
Did
it?
I like it? Yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'll continue then. Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess, I refuse to respond to these absurd accusations. Her husband looks at her quizzically. Governor, and what accusations may those be? Governess. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet.
Oh, God.
What about you? What are you up to?
Listening to
What's
you.
Grandma Flexington all about? And I bet you've had some amazing adventures.
I did.
Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badass.
We haven't done that yet. Don't give away the spoiler.
Fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
I'm playing these a little bit out of order. The shorter DLCs, the Headhunter packs, technically come after the 4 DLCs, so I know I'm kind of doing a little bit out of order. I'm at least doing them in order of when they were released, at least for each one, so.
Pecs at found him intimidating. But I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway.
That's a
But
quick
he really
snap
does like hanging out with all
to
of
zoom.
you. Most people these days want Tord to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log
Nope.
cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seems
Sure.
to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people. And the
But I
writing
want to.
is
This is
nice.
what the game's all about. At least this
Wait,
one.
Did you ever play the Samurai's Marker?
Nope.
The whole game's story was delivered through haiku.
It's kind of cool.
Did Zero write it or something?
Oh, that's right. I forgot Zero talks in haiku.
I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player.
Jeez, you play a lot of video games, lady.
Is that funny? It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy scenes ever. But oh, I'm really looking.
The story is more brutal than getting killed over and over. Exactly.
Which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do?
Usually, she's supposed to ask you, I think, a question for everyone. Sometimes the questions can be different.
Stuff like spine hurdling or
I just noticed that there's a bad guy coming at me right now.
athlete a lot like
He
you.
better not interrupt my freaking story.
And she was especially gifted at the giblet.
Seriously? How is he coming for me right now?
Back when I was young.
If I turn around, I'm gonna have to sit through this whole thing again.
And then see how far you could make.
Are you
it
freaking kidding me?
Across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera.
Don't you
She
dare.
won the final round of the giblet toss championship by getting a left eyeball to cross the 300-meter mark.
I think he's staying right there.
Juicing with Iridium, but I think they were just angry.
Holy
that
crap.
she dethroned the reigning champ.
That would have made me so freaking mad.
People really liked him for some reason.
Because I have to do this to do the next side mission.
Like burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things you can
I
do.
better get an achievement for this.
Change out the patty, play around with the toppings.
I think you do get an
what
achievement.
sides You ever have a burger with veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper class worlds are crazy good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Torg tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get
Yeah, I thought she asked more questions. I thought she asked 2 questions per story, but
Barely
But,
even used the word
I guess there was just one
vegetarian
question for the
before he
first
won,
one,
and
and
then
maybe there's
his
2 for the
dad
second one. I
showed
don't
him his
remember.
left hand. Nearly